Hey tubers and pickers, it's Drew the California Picker. Welcome back to my channel, California Pickin', and yeah, keep on a roll. I'm on a roll, guys. Look at this find today. Didn't expect to find 4 framed original hand-tinted engravings from 1769. That's 18th century, guys. It's one thing to find stuff in the 19th century, which is pretty cool too, but 18th century? These are older than the United States of America. And they're by an artist named Freidrich, Heinrich Wilhelm Martini. And he was born in 1729, died in 1778. And he's really one of the most foremost illustrators and artists back then, painting nature. And he painted birds along with John Audubon, the greatest, undoubtedly the greatest bird artist, ornithologist, bird artist in the world ever. His paintings, or his some of the pages out of Audubon's book sell for over $1 million. Pretty amazing. But this guy was right alongside Audubon. I believe this was earlier than Audubon. I would imagine, I haven't done the research, but 1769 came out of this folio of a bunch of artworks by this Freidrich Martini, H.W. Martini, he's known as. And these are framed in some very old frames with wavy glass. And when you see glass that has waves in it, that's old glass. There's definitely a difference between new glass and antique glass. So check out the waves in the glass. So let's go through these first. Let me start over here. I went online and looked these up, and they're very rare. There's one group of a company that's offering these in their pretty darn good condition, and they are going for $95 unframed. Mine have some condition issues, some of them more than others. I think they all have condition issues. Now here's what I'm saying about the condition issues. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's tiny little specks there. Those are tiny little bug holes, unfortunately. And that just cannot be helped. It is what it is. But he was excellent. These are supposedly hand tinted. Somebody also told me that, or the guy who sold them to me told me that they might be hand tinted, and I looked them up, and it does mention them as being hand tinted. So somebody would have come along, I'm sure himself, the artist, had to hand tint these. The detail is incredible. I also noticed that the ones that sell better are the larger shells. He did a whole bunch of these showing all different kinds of conch shells and small shells, and the larger ones like this seem to do better. They're also framed in a beautiful hand colored matte. This is all right here. This is all real pen and ink. This is all hand colored in here. They don't do that anymore. You can't, I mean, I'm sure you can hire somebody to do that, but this is a lost art. They just don't do that anymore. There's no need for it. But excellent frames. I mean, somebody's repainted the frames with a little bit of a coppery look to them. And I'm telling you, it's kind of growing on me. At first I was like, alright, well, wish they were in darker frames, but no, they're kind of growing on me. And it fits in with the color here to this pretty close. And there's the name that you want to look up. And that's how the guy came across these Martini, the Martini connection. And they're really great. I mean, I think they will really sell well. They're not only, you know, historical and collectible, but they're definitely decorative. So you have designers that might want these, and really cool. Let me turn this around. This has the, it says, does it say Nuremberg? I don't know, but 1769 Freidrich H.W. Martini is the little notation on the back. So they've never been out of the frames. I'm starting, like I said, the frames are starting to grow on me. Very old paper on those. Obviously the frames are nowhere near as close to as old as these pieces of art. But you got the engraving line right there. My camera's not so good, but this line right here, this impressed line, that's what you want to look for in an engraving. That's where the copper plate has been pressed down onto the paper. And that's what you want to see in an engraving. The detail is excellent. He's a top-notch artist. As I said, he painted some bird pictures, you know, ornithological bird pictures, I guess they would be called. And I'm sure he's done studies of botanicals. This guy is really top-notch. Anyways, thought you'd like that. I'm not going to mention what I bought them for, but I got a good deal, as you know. I always do. And I think there's some definite profit in here. Let's say you take these, just round it off to $100. They're being sold for in perfect condition. Let's just chop off 50%, just for, you know, argument's sake. It's probably not going to be that much. Probably more like 40 or 30%, but let's just take 50% and say that these are each $50. So that's $200 for the prints, and I would say that the frames probably go for also possibly 40 to 50, along with the glass and the matting. You couldn't even have that done today if you wanted to. So let's just put like $200 on the frames, and you got yourself $400, and that's conservative. So I think that's a pretty darn good little pick or find for me, the California Picker. Alright guys, please share on Google+, Facebook, and come on back to California Pickin', hit like, and cheers guys. Keep on picking. Cheers. I already said that. Sorry.